Hi everyone, welcome to this week's update video. For those who are new here, I make visual novels and share update videos every Monday on the progress I'm making. I'm currently working on my first visual novel, A Castle on an Island. It's a slice-of-life romance visual novel taking place in a private little castle on a mainly isolated little island. I'm currently done writing leg 1 out of 3 of the demo. I'm also almost completely done the artwork for that leg, and just have some light editing to do for the writing. In last week's video I mentioned that I had 4 base CGs left to do, and that after finishing those, I needed to work on CG variants, which would mainly be facial expression variants. I also had some hopes of starting music production this week. I'm happy to say that I've done all the artwork I said I would do in the previous video. I made the new courtyard CG, the CG of Abby standing in her kitchen, which I think looks pretty nice by the way, and the CG of Abby's tower on its own, as well as the CG of Abby's bathroom. Then I made all the expressions and day-night variants for all of the CGs, and I think they turned out pretty well. You might be confused then as to why I said that I'm only almost done the artwork for this leg when it sounds like I'm completely done. Well, that's just because I need to edit one of the base images a bit to be consistent with one of the new assets I made this week. That is to say that in the new courtyard CG, the stone benches against the castle wall are very clearly flat. And in the CG of Olivia helping Ian that I had already done, they're clearly curved. But I like how they look flat against the wall. So I'm just going to need to edit them in the Olivia helping Ian CG to be flat just to be consistent with the new CG of the courtyard. And with that, all of the artwork will then be done for leg 1. Moving on to the music, I had hopes last week that I would be able to start the music, and I technically have started, but this week got away from me a little bit, and I didn't work on the music as much as I thought I would. So I don't have any songs to share with you right now. Still, I managed to set everything I needed to up. I installed the drivers that I needed for my synthesizer, and I started recording in Audacity. As for the writing for the leg being done but needing light editing, that's exactly what it sounds like. In truth, as I've been making each of these art assets, I've been plugging them into RenPy and playing the game to see how good things look with the artwork plugged in. While I've been doing that, I've also been trying to edit the writing for those particular scenes that the new art assets appear in. So I have edited the story a bit, but I don't feel confident that this leg is fully edited yet, since I haven't taken the time to read through the entire leg and edit it with a fine-toothed comb. Once I've done that, I'll say that the editing is completed. In this next week, I'll be editing that CG of Olivia helping Ian so that the bench is straight. I'll edit the writing of leg 1 with a fine-toothed comb. And I'll be making some music for the leg. I'm looking forward to it. By the way, I'm pretty sure I've said before, but I'm not much of a musician. I don't really know how to play an instrument, so I'll tell you a bit about how I plan on making the music for the visual novel. It's a messy, sketchy kind of way of making music, I think. Basically, I plan on doing it the way that I've done years before, which is that I just record myself having a jamming session. I use a synthesizer that allows me to make a bunch of different sounds. It can sound like a piano or a bunch of other instruments. Or it can sound like whatever strange sounds people design to put into it, which can be actually pretty interesting. The synthesizer I'm using, for those who are curious, is a Yamaha MX49. I installed the drivers onto my computer for free, plug my speakers into the synth, plug the synth into my computer, and record myself playing whatever I feel like in Audacity after changing the input to the synth. Audacity is a free audio recording and editing program that I've used for quite a while now. It's what I use to record my voice for these videos, for example. When I have a jam session and record it in Audacity, I can isolate whatever parts of the song I feel sound good. I can also then record another jam session on a different layer to add complexity to the song by adding other instruments in the background or more powerful instruments in the foreground or anything like that. If I mess up, I can just cut audio. I can move audio around, I can loop audio by copy and pasting it. If I like a certain part of the audio, I can copy it from one part of the song and have it recur in another part. So in this way, I can pretty much do whatever I need to regarding making music. And I've never actually learned how to play an instrument conventionally. This is just the way I found that I can make music, so it's sort of strange, but it works to make songs, and it's what I'm comfortable doing. And that's pretty much all for this week. So just to recap, this next week I plan on having some music to share with you, having all the editing for the story of Leg 1 done, and having the CG of Olivia helping Ian edited so that the bench is straight. Hopefully I'll have Leg 1 fully finished by next week. Subscribe if you'd like. I'll see you next Monday. Take it easy, everyone.